AI-generated false information is so much out there on the platforms, on social media, on everywhere around us, on messaging platforms. We all, I think, see one or two of such information daily. And you are our AI expert. You help us in detecting deepfakes. So, what shift have you seen in the last 2-3 years in the AI-generated misinformation that has been circulating online?
That's a good question, right? So a few months ago, I was talking to a person who was a voice recognition expert, right? So what they are saying is now, as far as humans are concerned, they cannot distinguish between a real voice and a machine-generated voice. And the only thing I need to replicate somebody's voice is around 5 to 10 seconds of sample, voice sample. Earlier, it used to be 5 minutes of voice sample.
Okay.
Right. So if you look at fraud, if you look at misinformation, if you look at these things, one of the common sources video and audio, right? They're very common sources. Images are other ones, right? So with audio, just as audio, it is very difficult to just for me to hear and say, oh, this is a fake voice. It doesn't have the mechanical quality. It will sound exactly like the person. So if you can think of all the common things that we come across in our daily lives, right? Especially during, say, election times where there's a lot of misinformation spread very fast. These things can have a very big impact, right? Now, with images and video, if we say voice is a high threat area for misinformation, a high sort of impact area for misinformation, with audio and image, with video and images, things are slightly better because images, as we have discussed many times, Gen AI with images and videos is not able to do the fine structures like fingers, hair, eyes,
the differences in eye color.
Exactly, and then the backgrounds, because the backgrounds, what happens is that because it's got a very low definition background, the minute you zoom in, you will find that people's faces that look really nice when you look at it like this. When you zoom in, the faces become blobby, because that's what it's done. It's created blobs. When they zoom out, it looks like a proper face, right? So there it's slightly easier, and I think with your sort of tool that you use, you have proven that it's giving you very high results, accuracy results for images and videos, right? Text now is again thing that's impossible to distinguish. So I have tried this experiment several times, and I would encourage our viewers to try it as well. So ask ChatGPT or your favorite tool to generate some text, right? Go in there, start changing sentences, start putting in your own words, right? And then ask ChatGPT to check, is it from a human or from a AI? It will not be able to check. It will not be able to say, it will say either AI or it will be human. It will not be able to pull apart and say, no, this first paragraph is AI, second paragraph you have written, right? So now imagine how easy it could be. First, we used to get those spam emails about, people, you won a lottery, delivery and all that. Grammar was bad, English was bad, the content was bad.
Yes.
Right, but with this now,
one way of identifying was to identify the typos and the grammatical mistakes in the text.
Now you won't get that anymore. In fact, so much so that you can actually create, you can take a real bill and you can ask Gen AI to create a duplicate bill, and it will create with the same font, same format, everything. It will replace information. It will generate an image. Right, so now those images are very difficult to say, oh, you cannot distinguish because it's a bill. It's not like a scene or some human being or something. There are no fine features as such in there. What you're doing is actually you're doing image manipulation, not generating an image from scratch. Right, so you might have seen like a lot of famous actors, actresses, their faces get morphed, and you'll find them sitting on the beach or something when you know that they're not there. So that's all face morphing. So they've taken a base image and used Gen AI to sort of tickle the image a bit and make it sort of ready for any kind of fraud or any kind of this kind of activity.